Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the charter class of occupational therapy, physical therapy, and our RN-to-BSN graduates for their doctoral hooding and pinning. I would ask that you all remain seated while our students process in. And I ask you to give them a wonderful hand. They so deserve it. And here they come. Woo! You may be seated as soon as everyone's in. Okay. We've got this, just in case. We can pass it row to row. Yeah. Oh, boy. I got one, thanks. Okay.
That's the industrial side.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you this afternoon Dr. Pamela Fox. Dr. Fox has been president of Mary Baldwin University since 2003. She was the visionary behind Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. She is a wonderful friend to Murphy Deming and a wonderful colleague to me. It is with great pleasure I introduce President Fox.
Wow. Good afternoon. Graduates and families of the charter classes of the Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences, Dr. Stanford, program directors, faculty and staff, the Cochran family, and our distinguished guests. This is a joyous day. We are making history as we honor and hood Murphy Deming College of, can't even talk, see? Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences and Mary Baldwin University's first doctoral graduates in physical and occupational therapy, and pin our charter class of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. On the spot where we're sitting right now, where this tent is, we have already gathered several times to celebrate the steps of progress toward this milestone. I stood here with Mrs. Smith 6 years ago on a bare hilltop. She and so many others believed in our vision, knew that we would reach this day, and provided the funding to make it possible. She is watching, we believe, by live stream, as are other members of her family and members who made this possible. So could we all give a big round of applause and a shout out to Mrs. Smith. Thank you so very much. We gathered here in another tent to break ground for the magnificent building behind us. We all entered that building together for the first time on Father's Day in 2014. Our charter classes in PT and OT, and your families, many of you who are here today. Then later we dedicated formally this college and its building. So today is a celebration of communities of individuals, organizations, and institutions whose aspiration find consonance and confluence. We are united by the power of this place, its people, and its outstanding teaching and learning ethic. When we started years ago, I invoked Goethe, who said, "Whatever you can do or dream, begin it." And so we did. Our vision was audacious enough to appeal to our deepest aspirations. Today is about celebrating all that it took to achieve this, our first graduation. It has been your journey of persistence, of courage, and of sacrifice. Niccolo Machiavelli reminds us, there is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. To Dr. Stanford, the faculty, staff, and each graduate of our charter classes, you have achieved this new order. What new order does this day evoke? You created a national model in interprofessional healthcare. Together, we sought to elevate all aspects of Mary Baldwin, then college, through this new vision. Murphy Deming became the cornerstone of our evolution to Mary Baldwin University. We wanted to be part of the ongoing transformation of Augusta County and this area, the thriving medical corridor, and our partner, Augusta Health. Just look all around us. We wanted to send forth healthcare changemakers to our region, the United States, and the world. Here you are, and we send you forth with great affection and with great pride. So I reflect on some of those small steps and those little victories. I reflect back to the time on the main campus administration building when it was only Martha Maudlin, David Moen, Brenda Bryant, and myself. Then Dr. Schoaf arrived, and we wheeled a huge whiteboard into her office where the PT curriculum was drawn out and handcrafted. Dr. Stanford, I joined my phone for the first time, and she went right to work. Now listen to every faculty member here. She went right to work determining precisely how many square feet the size of each faculty office should be. Our other programmed faculty directors arrived, and then you arrived. So the charter classes, you may not remember it from that Father's Day in 2014, but I set forth then that we would be gathered here today, as we are, on the occasion of our 175th anniversary. And I charged you to write your chapter. You have charted your legacy. You have written your chapter. You have shaped Mary Baldwin's future. You have created Murphy Deming's future. I think actually you may have compiled a whole volume of chapters, not just one chapter. Our charter classes in PT, OT, and BSN have made such a mark already through research projects, community practicum projects, your work in practice, your student-led assessments, bringing best practices to local clinics, conference presentations nationally and internationally, lobbying, and work on the Brenda Bryant Trail. This year in particular, I thank you for playing a lead role in assisting us in exceeding our goal of completing 175 significant acts of service during our anniversary. You kicked off our Quarto Sepcentennial year and set the bar high with the service trip to Haiti, through the PT Students and Physical Therapy Day of Service on October 15th, RN-to-BSN student Heather Bell volunteering to staff the drive-through point of dispersing exercises in Bath and Rockbridge County. OT and PT students working to create an audio tour for the sensory garden at the Stanton Public Library. Dylan Fix's baby naming system. The cardboard adapted design to construct customized equipment for those with special needs. In sum, volunteering in so many ways that have indelibly impressed your mark and commitment on the community, the nation, and indeed the world. So we are so very proud of you. And as you graduate, you know that Dr. Seastead Stanford is going to graduate as well. You know that over the next few months, she will retire. We can't quite conceive of that. We can't quite conceive what we will do without her, but we know she deserves her next chapter after everything that she has given us. So I want to conclude today by honoring her. I know you want to do the same. So I want to read a formal resolution honoring her on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Mary Baldwin University. Whereas Linda Seastead Stanford has served with the highest distinction and unfailing dedication as founding vice president of the Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences, and whereas her vision, leadership, energy, creativity, and tenacity were evident all from her first day, bringing to bear her extensive experience in building 2 previous facilities and launching many successful new programs. And whereas Dr. Seastead Stanford is visionary, sharing with us that since she was a young child, she has had recurring dreams about walking through buildings and viewing in vivid detail each room. And thus she animated and brought the life to the bold visions of our dreams in creating and launching the new college and the campus. The magnificence of the new building, bustling with interaction between our talented students and our amazing faculty and staff. And whereas since that Father's Day in 2014, when we all entered the building together and welcomed you as charter classes, she has fostered a community within this space that richly blends aesthetics with utility, and that has created a feeling of community supportive of the creative work of academics and the practice of the healing professions. Whereas through her leadership, everyone who studies at Murphy Deming has realized her vision of wrestling the learning out of the building. And whereas regardless of setbacks, complications, or high-pressure stakes, we all collectively never doubted that brilliant success would be the outcome to any and all situations in the Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences because of Linda's trademark response. You can probably say it with me. We will be fine. And so we were, and so we are, and so we are well beyond fine. So I'll read you the last whereas from the beautiful plaque that we will hang inside the Founders Suite. Whereas we now bestow the earned and singular title of Founding Vice President and Dean Emerita of the Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences, we recognize with admiration and affection that she has built the foundation of a permanent legacy, all driven by her incomparable abilities to simultaneously manage the smallest details of disciplined budgeting, the grueling rigor of program accreditation, and the highest standards of innovation and academic excellence. Please join me in giving her a most wonderful round of thanks.
Okay, this is about you. Dr. Fox, thank you. Thank the Board of Trustees. I am truly touched. Well, let's see. We have so much to be thankful for. All of you are certainly blessed. You've had the support from your parents, who I re-met today, are delightful and so proud of you. Your grandparents, your siblings, your spouses, your children, your aunts and uncles, significant others, and close friends who stood behind you, listened to you, sent you money every month, cried with you over anatomy class. I'm sorry, Keith. Rejoiced when you were placed in your requested clinical site, or when you finally learned how to maneuver your first online course. RN students, do you remember that? Yes. Family is everything. I would ask our graduates to stand and join me in thanking family and friends for their enduring support. I'm certain you could not have accomplished what you have without them. Okay, there's another group of people here that deserve acknowledgement, and as Dr. Fox said, 3 short years ago, almost to the day, Murphy Deming opened its doors for the first time. We literally moved in a week before you came. I think we were unpacking furniture when you were coming. Okay, MDCHS was conceived by President Pamela Fox. She truly is a visionary. With the amazing guidance of Executive Vice President for Finance and Administration, David Moen, who is sitting here. David, stand up. You deserve to stand up. And the Board of Trustees, of course. Their vision, and we have some of them here. Marie Westbrook is here from the board. Thank you, Marie, for coming. And OT students, you recognize Dr. Westbrook. She taught your module in leadership. Oh, no, you didn't. That was the next class. Forget it. Okay, all right. They're all looking at me like, God, she's gone again. All right. Their vision landed us here in Fishersville and propelled us forward with the building initiative. Program directors, Dr. Lisa Schoaf, Dr. Ben Hers, Dr. Drew Gogian, Dr. David Pock, and Martha Modlin worked with faculty for almost 2 years prior to your arrival to develop innovative curriculum, interview students, equip labs, build courses, and work on accreditation documents. We started with 7 faculty staff, now we have 34. When I think of MBU administration and my faculty and staff, I recall a quote from Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberg. Remember him? He landed that plane on the Hudson River. He said, "We were all doing our jobs. We just happened to do them exceptionally well." I would ask my faculty and staff to rise and be acknowledged. You are amazing. Okay, and I'll try to be short. I'm truly envious of all of you, your youth, your exuberance, your intelligence, and the fact that you have at least 35 years ahead of you before you look like me. Of course, I have been young a very long, long time. I commend you graduates on the incredible learning journey you recently completed. How proud you must be of this accomplishment. Now, I struggled. I know that's hard to believe, but I did struggle to put a speech together that would be inspiring. Whoa, isn't that what old deans are supposed to do? Inspire. I thought and reflected, and finally it came to me. I don't need to inspire you. You are inspiration to all of us. Look at what you've accomplished. You set a goal, and you achieved it. You made many sacrifices. I know that, both personally and financially. Many nights of sleep deprivation, and for some of you, the incredible task of balancing a rigorous program with the needs of family. You are an inspiration. When we hear what clinical instructors say about you in the field, the inspiration just keeps coming. I reviewed pages, believe it or not, pages of comments that they made. Let me share some of them with you. This student is absolutely the most professional, knowledgeable, and mature student I've had in my 19 and a half years of practice. She is so efficient, but thorough at the same time. She is very flexible and always has a can-do attitude. She's a wonderful team player. If she is an example of a level of students Mary Baldwin's doctoral programs produce, then we are very fortunate to have such a program of this quality in Virginia. Another one. This is your student's first clinical rotation, and I can tell you, she's way ahead of the other students at the same level. This student is one of the best I've ever had in terms of education, natural ability, and maturity of dealing with complex clients and staff politics. Now that's a new one on me, that our students, we have to start teaching them about staff politics. The student has shown tremendous professionalism during clinical rotation. She's not afraid to try new things, and when put in positions that push her out of her comfort zone, she rises to the task. One of the residents today, a CI wrote us, was upset because the student was finishing her rotation. The student had bonded with multiple patients, and we will all be sad to see her leave. This student has continued to impress us throughout the entire rotation. And you should know that PTs do 2 16-week rotations, OTs do 2 12-week and 1 16-week rotations. So they meet a lot of CIs in their experience. From day one, the level of professionalism, dedication to learning, practicing the profession has been very inspirational. Now this one I like. This is meaningful, the next one. I would fully trust her to treat any of my family members, and I would love to work alongside her as a co-worker. Bravo, my students, bravo. This student brings positive energy to this clinic. The student's flexible, able to collaborate with other disciplines. This student is dependable, mature, helpful, empathetic, and creative. This student, and this was a wonderful, listen to this one. This student is excellent, and this was a wonderful experience for me as a clinical instructor. I don't think I've ever heard that before. And I've been in higher education, health professions for 40-some years. This student is driven to excel in her profession, and her passion is evident in an age when most students strive to only do the bare minimum. This is definitely one of the best students I've had the pleasure to train in my 23 years of practice. This student's done a phenomenal job and demonstrated performance consistent with that of entry-level practitioners, and actually performed more efficiently than some of our more experienced therapists. The student maintained optimal integrity, ensuring a confidential, safe, and inviting environment for clients. She was a joy to work with. Last one. I wish all students were as engaged and interested as yours were. We get students from other programs who really lack that level of motivation. I can certainly see a huge difference in the students from Mary Baldwin's program. Woohoo! That's all I gotta say. Yeah. And these comments were repetitive over a number of students. Now, none of these comments surprised me or your faculty. We knew you would succeed because we built a curriculum in every one of your programs that exceeded the standards required for accreditation and gave you experiences and coursework that is very different from other professional programs. Our focus on interprofessional education, including clinical seminars, teaching across the disciplines, tons of teamwork, which at first you didn't like, but now you like, required presentations, formal teaching and learning courses, community practice, and specifically in our nursing program, emergency preparedness. Just a few examples of MDCHS value-added curricular offerings. We are a different college, and now you are a different kind of healthcare practitioner. Your clinical instructors saw it, your clinical instructors said it, and your colleagues, where you will soon work, will see it too. And by the way, that I hear our OTs and PTs, over 50% of you have already accepted a position. Congratulations. In the words of Woodrow Wilson, who was born in Stanton, for those of you who don't know, right across the street from Mary Baldwin University, he said, "Remember that you are not here merely to make a living. You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world." As I gaze out at this ecstatic group of graduates, you better believe you have made us proud. I see self-efficacy written all over your faces. You believed in yourself and your capability to achieve your goals. And you know, the research tells us, and I'm being evidence-based here because that's our mantra, the more self-efficacy a person demonstrates, the higher the self-set goals, which in turn leads to persistence and effort in meeting those goals. Please don't ever forget that. As we built MDCHS, we collectively took as our mantra, thank you, "We will be fine." We even had shirts printed. And I have about, I think, 30 shirts from all my PT classes and OT classes and PA classes and nursing classes. Well, they helped us building off the successes of the team, inspiring one another, helped us achieve goals that none of us could have done alone. I encourage you when you're challenged with a problem or an issue to have faith in yourself, that you will find a solution. That solution may involve more hard work, collaboration, effort, and learning, but trust that you have the ability to persevere and figure it out. Okay, you know I'm retiring. I recognize how lucky I have been to be part of this university family. I will sorely miss hearing my students' stories. Here we go. Meeting their families, celebrating their successes, and most of all, I will miss the amazing transformation that happens in graduate school from student to clinician. Each and every one of you are now our colleagues. So, okay, you can start calling us by our first name. Okay. In closing, I want to read a tribute that one of you sent to me and our faculty. Since packing up my car 3 years ago and moving to some little town I had never heard of, Stanton, Virginia, I've never looked back. Joining this program was the best decision I have ever made. I cannot express enough how amazing my time with you all has been. I have grown in more ways than I could have imagined, learned more than I thought possible, and feel more prepared than ever to make an impact in other people's lives as a health professional. I can only hope that I've made you proud and shown you all how much I appreciated the opportunity you gave me. You have made us proud. You are our inspiration. So, keep in touch. Don't forget your alma mater, especially when you're making those big salaries. Remember, my license plate is MDCHS, and if you see me on the highway, toot. And never forget that you will always be the charter class of Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. Well, it's my pleasure this afternoon to introduce to you Mr. Stuart Cochran. I met Stuart 5 years ago when I arrived at Mary Baldwin. He was a part of the planning of our nascent college in our new building and supported MBU as a member of the Board of Trustees. He has remained a fervent and steady champion to Murphy Deming, attending many student events, even helping me put plaques up in the building before our dedication ceremony in April of 2015. In addition to being our champion, Stuart has served on many boards in the community, exemplifying to anyone that reads his rich volunteer history how dedicated he is to his fellow man. He's been on the Woodrow Wilson Presidential Library Board, Church Christ School Board of Governors, Historic Stanton Foundation, past chair of the Stanton Augusta Chamber of Commerce. He has also served on the Salvation Army Board, Rotary Club past president, and there's about 20 more. Stuart is a lifelong member and trustee of Trinity Episcopal Church, which is a very famous church, by the way. If you read anything about the building of our country, that church played a role. Stuart Cochran retired after 40 years in the insurance business, co-owning one of the largest agencies in the state. With all that Stuart's done, what stands out most about him is his sincere kindness, his warmth, and his incredible, wonderful laugh. We are blessed to have such a wonderful advocate in Stuart Cochran. Emily, Stuart's loving wife of over 40 years, and his wonderful mother, Lee, join us to celebrate with you. May I present my friend, Mr. Stuart Cochran.
Well, we drew straws, and of course I drew the short straw, which meant I had to follow these two. So here goes. Well, to Dr. Fox, to Dr. Stanford, to the faculty and staff of Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences, to the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, and guests, welcome. And most importantly, to the charter class of occupational therapy, physical therapy, and the graduate nursing program, congratulations. What an exciting day for all of us, and I'd like to take a minute to reflect on how we're all here today. Some of this has already been covered, though, so bear with me. Thanks to the foresight and the vision of the president of Mary Baldwin University, Pamela Fox came to her board of trustees with this idea in the spring of 2011. It was enthusiastically received, and in the educational realm, that meant it had to be studied, evaluated, consulted, and then reported back on to the entire board, which it was done. This was all done, and the board voted to move forward at its fall meeting in 2011. It was full speed ahead. Somewhere in there, I must have missed a meeting because I found myself on the feasibility committee, then the site selection committee, which turned into the building committee. In an action-packed 3 years, we went from President Fox's idea in 2011 to this 54,000 square foot building behind us that opened for you in June of 2014. In April of 2015, there was the dedication ceremony for this handsome and extremely functional building. I think it is safe to say that if we had known then what we know now, there's no way we would have attempted this on this aggressive timeline. Is that fair, David? So I met some of you graduates at the welcoming barbecue and later at the reception after that sweltering heat the afternoon of the scavenger hunt. Some things have gotten done away with. I think that was the first and last on the scavenger hunts. Others I have met at the dedication ceremony, and still more with your posters along the walls at the Introduction to Occupational Therapy course. When I talked to you all as students in our new venture, I asked each one of you, I said, why did you choose to come to Murphy Deming? It was amazing. Each of you in your own way said you wanted to come and be a part of the building of something new, get in on the beginning, and be a part of the charter class. Well, let me be the first to say, congratulations, you've done it. I also want to congratulate you on the leap of faith you took in us to come and be a part of our beginning. That took courage. You have helped blaze a trail that everyone else will have to follow. You were a guinea pig in some cases. Let's go back to that scavenger hunt idea just for a second. And I want to thank you for helping Murphy Deming become better and stronger. You have shown determination and leadership, two traits I hope you will use throughout your life. You have truly made a difference here, and I would like to thank you for coming, learning, sharing, and benefiting the entire school community. I am confident you are ready to continue to provide exceptional care, comfort, and compassion that you learned here when you enter or re-enter the workplace. Okay, so now it's time I probably share with you a secret. To stand up here and give you some life-changing advice before you go out back into the healthcare world needing your talents and care just isn't going to happen. But I do have a couple more minutes, so you're just going to have to bear with me for a few more thoughts. One, as you leave here, please know that you will be a valuable member of a team of healthcare professionals. I loved being part of a team, and I hope you will too. I felt like I tried harder in an effort not to let my teammates down. For you, I think your team will be stronger and more effective if you show kindness and patience every day. If you do, I am confident that everyone around you will be better and happier. Kindness and patience can, and with your help, will be contagious. 2, as a member of your team, please be passionate, care, show it, be enthusiastic. By being passionate, everyone around you, from your coworkers and patients to your family and friends, will be able to tell that it's important to you. When working, give it all you have, your undivided attention. If you don't, we can tell. Please show and have compassion for both your patient and their families. 3, please continue to give back. I know you have been giving back to the area while at Murphy Deming. Please stay in this habit as you return to the communities where you will work. We're all blessed, and I've been taught to give back. I encourage you to do the same. Through the generosity and giving of others, you have had the opportunity to come to this premier, new, yet highly respected, cutting-edge school filled with passionate, dedicated, and talented faculty. Please make it a priority to make your mark in your communities through your time, talents, treasures, and money. Think about it. We're all here today because someone none of you have ever met saw the vision and witnessed the passion Dr. Fox shared with her. And because of that, she gave $15 million to make this happen. Then Dr. Stanford was hired, the building built, faculty and staff hired, and fast forward to now, and you're hooded and pinned with graduate degrees, all thanks to someone giving back. I have a friend that calls it the mom test. His mom never asked how work was going or how much money he was making. What made her proud was hearing and seeing how he was and is giving back. Personally, I found this to be true. My mother here with us today, she loves to hear about the boards I serve on and how I'm trying to make this area better than it has been before. 4, I've come to realize that the older I get, each day becomes precious, and I prioritize health, family, and faith above other concerns. I appreciate more every day how important our healthcare system is and the vital role you graduates hold in that system. One of my proudest associations has been with the conception, creation, building, opening, and operation of Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. The tremendous investment in the teaching and preparing of talented healthcare professionals to go out and have positive impacts in their communities. To the class of 2017, you collectively are a group of caring, smart, compassionate, hard-working risk takers, and are now members of a very special class. The first, never to be duplicated, never to be repeated, charter class of Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. Please carry the Murphy Deming banner proudly throughout your career. So in closing, to the candidates for hoods and pins, it is you who have made Murphy Deming so special and unique. Thanks to you, this building and campus has come alive. Thanks to your talents and hard work, you have made the reality of this college and campus better than any of us had the courage to hope and dream for. Congratulations for a job well done, and thank you for letting me be a part of this celebration today.
I invite our class presidents to the stage. Taryn Weil, class president for occupational therapy, and Caitlin Crowder, class president for physical therapy.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the OT and PT charter class, we would like to present Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences with a display case that has been located in the main lobby. Not only have we gained knowledge and clinical skills over the past 3 years, but we have also gained an interprofessional network and made lifelong friendships.
We hope the display case will serve as a token of our appreciation to the college. The display case will highlight the achievements of current and future students, faculty, and staff. Once again, we would like to thank all faculty, staff, and students for their contribution for the success of Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. Congratulations to the class of 2017. We did it.
We are now going to present the Nancy Morse Evans Leadership Award. I first met Nancy Morse Evans, class of 71. And Nancy, I hope you're watching. She lives down in Texas. She visited MBU for an alumni reunion in the spring of 2016, and she toured our new building. She was very interested in our mission, programs, and especially our students. The next day, Nancy walked into my hospital. I was thinking that I almost went to the hospital after she gave me the check. It was a very nice check. She walked into my office and she presented me with a most generous check. She related how impressed she was with our interprofessional curriculum, our building, especially our beautiful simulation suites. Nancy visited again this past April for the MBU Alumni Homecoming and worked with us to clarify how she would like her gift distributed. After approving the criteria for the Nancy Morse Evans Leadership Award, the faculty went about identifying a student in OT and PT. A little bit about Nancy. Her interest in healthcare began when she made a life decision to return to college following her husband's diagnosis of cancer. She received a bachelor, it's PT, OT, and my nursing students. I apologize. She received her BSN from the University of Texas Health Center in San Antonio at age 45, and she said it was the best decision she ever made. She went on to become an oncology nurse at a major hospital in San Antonio and started working on her master's degree. She moved to Pattison, Texas shortly after her husband's death, continuing to work in oncology at Memorial Hermann Memorial City for almost 20 years, retiring as a nurse supervisor. As a retiree, she volunteers weekly at Christ Clinic in Katy, which serves the uninsured in the area. Nancy said her reason for going into nursing was to make a difference in patients' lives, and she hopes that through her gift to MDCHS, she can do the same for some outstanding MBU students as they become the health providers of tomorrow. The Nancy Morse Evans Leadership Award will be given annually to a Doctor of Occupational Therapy graduate, a Doctor of Physical Therapy graduate, and an RN-to-BSN graduate who exhibit excellence in academics, clinical performance, service, and leadership as judged by the faculty. The name of each recipient, and I don't want anybody to do a close-up of this yet, will be put on this plaque and will be located in a high-traffic area in the building, so all visitors can see who was selected as our leadership or honored for their leadership. We thank Mrs. Evans for her generosity in creating this award. As you can well imagine, just one student in each program for this award was a difficult task for the faculty, since we consider each and every one of you very special to us. So at this point, I'm going to ask Dr. Lisa Schoaf to come up and present the PT award, and then Dr. Lisa Burns, Director of the OT program, will follow her, and Dr. Drew Gogian, Director of the RN-to-BSN program, will also present this honor to her student. Dr. Schoaf.
Good afternoon. The first PT recipient of this award has certainly demonstrated all of the attributes of the award: academic, service, clinical excellence, leadership, that Dr. Stanford has just talked about, along with enthusiasm and commitment to the profession of physical therapy and to Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. This young woman is near the top of her class academically, demonstrated strong performances in all of her clinical experiences that included rotations in acute care, home health, and outpatient. She demonstrates professionalism, a strong work ethic, and a positive spirit in everything she does. She was one of 12 students who were the first group to travel to Haiti on the Global Outreach Project and was one of the student leaders to raise funds for this project. She participated in multiple service projects while in the program, including Go Girls, a program to foster physical activity in young girls in Waynesboro, conducted functional pre-employment screenings for Wintergreen Ski Resort, organized a day of activities at a local retirement community to represent the program as a PT Day of Service activity, and participated in a fall screening program at Augusta Health. In addition, she served as a class officer as one of the Virginia PT and American PT Association representatives for her class. In this, she attended various district, state, and national PT meetings representing our program and encouraging her classmates to participate in professional activities as well. She and a classmate gave a TED Talk to the Virginia PT Student Conclave attended by PT and PTA students from all over Virginia, where they talked about interprofessionalism, one of the hallmarks of our college. One last note on her contribution: she also volunteered to serve as Gladys the Squirrel at several MDCHS events over the last 3 years. She was always positive about it. On one particularly warm event day, I walked up to her in the costume and asked how she was doing, to which she said, "It's really hot in here." And then she laughed. You can always count on her to jump in and participate, laugh, and have fun while doing it, and count on her to bring everybody else along for the ride. Certainly her classmates know now that the recipient of the first Nancy Morris Evans Leadership Award for Physical Therapy is Catherine, or Kat, as we know her, Blatt. Congratulations to Kat and all the faculty. Look forward to her contributions in the profession. Kat, please join me on stage to receive your award.
Good afternoon, everyone. The faculty team and I are honored to present the first occupational therapy graduate recipient of the Nancy Morris Evans Leadership Award. This occupational therapy graduate will undoubtedly transform the lives of her future clients and our profession. She has a record of stellar academic performance across all courses. She's also been recognized by fieldwork educators for her outstanding skills and professionalism. On fieldwork evaluations, the word repeatedly used to describe her was exceptional. According to her evaluators, this graduate, quote, uses her creativity to enhance patient outcomes and level of participation. Her calm demeanor, positive attitude, and maturity enable her to work with a variety of patients to achieve meaningful results. And finally, she sets the bar high for future students. This graduate, who calls our Shenandoah Valley home, has a warm personality and a genuine ability to connect with others. She's exceptionally active in serving and leading others, both here at Murphy Deming and within our community. She has shared her talents by supporting other students and serving as a teaching assistant for anatomy. She was an honor council representative. She volunteered at Camp Dragonfly, at the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind, and in the local public schools. She's a member of both the American Occupational Therapy Association and the Virginia Occupational Therapy Association, and she's attended state and national conferences. A strong work ethic, extraordinary resilience, and a deep commitment to both faith and family accompany the optimistic and adventurous spirit with which she approaches all of life. This graduate, who, by the way, was also the recipient of the prestigious Fred Salmon Scholarship awarded through the American Occupational Therapy Foundation, chose to complete her doctoral experience in a setting where there is no occupational therapist present. She was able to create new programs within a local hospice organization and to advocate for occupational therapy to have a role within this setting. By now, you probably know the well-rounded young woman who will receive this award. She's an avid hiker, a tennis player, and a painter. She is Amy Lehman. Amy, please. We could not be more proud to present this award.
Hello, everyone. The first RN-to-BSN recipient of the Nancy Morse Evans Leadership Award is an accomplished student who has over 19,000 hours of experience as a registered nurse in our local community. Her desire to have a career in which she could help others while pushing herself to constantly gain new knowledge is what originally led her to the nursing profession. This student is graduating amongst the top students in her class academically, received accolades from her preceptor during her community health practicum experience, and has a strong record of service and leadership to the profession, our community, and the Murphy Deming College of Health Sciences. In addition to returning to school for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, she has demonstrated a commitment to lifelong learning in a variety of other ways, such as receiving and maintaining multiple professional certifications, as well as continuing to serve on numerous task forces and committees in her workplace while completing her degree. A tireless patient advocate, this student recognized a problem in the hospital setting and developed a capstone project idea for her educational program that could be implemented to address it. You may have recently read about this article in one of our local newspapers. Recognized by her employer for her innovation in nursing research, this student's capstone project idea validated the way in which evidence-based practice change can be implemented in the clinical arena to promote patient safety, care, and improved outcomes. This student has demonstrated the attributes necessary for achieving a successful work-life balance. In addition to her studies and full-time work, she's also juggled the responsibilities of being a wife, a mother of 3, and assisting with the tasks of managing a family farm. While being the consummate professional in all respects, She is also personable and able to elevate everyone's game with her upbeat attitude, even under stressful circumstances. So without further ado, will the recipient of the first Nancy Morse Evans Leadership Award for the RN-to-BSN program, Dylan Fix, please join us on the stage to receive your award. Congratulations, Dylan. You're a fine example of the future of nursing.
So now we come to the time you've been waiting for, the hooding itself. We ask our guests to remain seated and hold applause until each program has been hooded to ensure that all families are able to see and hear their graduate's name called. I invite our OT faculty to move to the front at this time. We begin with the hooding of our doctoral candidates for the occupational therapy program. I ask for the first row of candidates to stand and move to the stage as your name is called. Emily Catherine Bailey. Brittany Jean Cheatham. Jill Ellen Cook. Taylor Beth Delp. Suzanne Margaret Diesel Malazita. Amy Noel Doyle. Annie Elizabeth Edmondson. Jacqueline E. Fox. Gabriel Gelfin. Kristen Marie Goodwin. Lisa Mariah Graves. Courtney Carol Halsey. Sarah Elizabeth Hancock. Katie Ann Heineck. Jasleen Kaur Kalair. Brittany Taylor Corshin. Ashley Lauren Kramer. Brooke Christine Ladyman. Taylor Catherine Ladyman. Sarah Elizabeth Lokes. Hannah Lehman. Amy Lynn Lehman. Alicia Ann Looper. Catherine Waywin Nabiel. Ryan Renteria. Madeline Victoria Schimpf. Thespina Anastasia Small. Sarah Catherine Stinnett. Lauren Marie Topolsky. Taryn Weil. Aileen Nicole Wolf. Veronica N. Wright. Catherine Carew Young. Please give a hand to our new Doctor of Occupational Therapy graduates. I invite our PT faculty to move to the front. We continue with the hooding of our doctoral candidates for the physical therapy program. I ask for the first row of candidates to stand and move to the stage as your name is called. Okay. Joanna Rose Bierlein. Catherine Elizabeth Blatt. Brandy Nicole Chu. Caitlin Kimball Crowder. Tiana Lee Delp. Dorothy M. Dooley. Amanda Rachel Fox. Jose Antonio Gil Figueroa. Morgan Loretta Gosby. Christy Marie Haynes. Susanna G. Hill. Danielle Renee Holt. Allison Clark Humphrey. Matthew Todd Jewell. Julie Ann Kraus. James Ryan Lehman. Whitney Elizabeth Leister. Zachary Lee Malpas. Anne Morgan Milkling. Cassandra Lynn Weller Mortimer. Musola Ninila Alfred Oniede. Carolyn J. Payne. Thomas S. Perry. Rianne Merrill Robinson. Okay. Christine Lynn Simmons. Trey Tate. Justin Lee Thomas. Joseph Thomas Tima. Lauren V. Versprel. Kelly Lee Weaver. Jacqueline Nicole Wynn. Please give a hand to our new Doctoral of Physical Therapy graduates. I invite our nursing faculty to move to the front of the stage. We would now like to acknowledge our RN-to-BSN students with their commemorative BSN pins. Mary Baldwin University's BSN pin symbolizes the academic progression of registered nurses and BSN status in the profession. This two-part pin features a primary pin, the university logo in blue, and a secondary silver pin with the BSN designation. I ask for the first row of students to move to the stage as your name is called. Lisa T. Bradley. Stephanie Denise Brooks. Megan McNeil Dull. Jessica Lynn Fitzgerald. Dylan Woodruff Fix. Elizabeth Rose Frenger. Michelle H. Glass. Kelly Dawn Hale. Laura Lee Harris. Amanda Lynn Hashagen. Kristen Lee Longwith. Shelby L. Maddox. Robin Elizabeth Riley. Kelly R. Sloan. Shannon McIntyre Taish. Erica M. Thomas. Joshua Adam Tony. Gail Lynn Wine. Travis Wayne Womble. Please give a hand to our new BSN graduates.
Okay. Wonderful. Are we ready to party? Hardy? Okay. Oh, whoa. I want to extend a special thanks to Martha Modlin, who is just up here, Assistant Dean, for her. Where is she? It's because of her that this ceremony was so very special. She worked evenings and weekends to plan and execute this wonderful celebration. I had to bring her bottles of wine in the morning to thank her. I also want to thank our administrative staff, our custodians, our building maintenance men, our instructional technology staff, and our public safety officers. Murphy Deming, yay! Woo! Murphy Deming is truly a learning community focused on the success of all of our students, and we work as a team to make sure that when you're here, you get the things you need to be successful. Parents and special guests, we ask that you remain seated as our graduates exit this event. Once the students have left the tent, guests are invited to traverse over to the food tent to continue the celebration. If you could follow the directions of the ushers, it would be appreciated. This has been a wonderful, peaceful event. Considering graduates, your faculty will now lead you out of the tent. I ask that you follow them one last time to one of 3 designated areas for your class pictures. Once you are done with your class picture, we ask that you remain in that designated area until all class photos are complete so that we may gather all 3 classes together for an interprofessional photo. Thank you.